So I dropped a video on fragrances that I think you guys should check out for this summer, but since then I've added some new ones to my collection that are now in my rotation that I definitely think you guys will like. So let's dive into them. Yes, people, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's TJ, and over here on my channel, I discuss all things fragrances and the fragrance industry. So if there's any videos, anything at all that you would like for me to create, let me know down in the comments. And a quick one, if you're a fan of oud and long-lasting fragrances, then you're gonna wanna check out the video I dropped last week on this one right here. This is called Oud Cadenza by Maison Crivelli. And listen, if you wanna keep up to date with the content I post daily on TikTok and Instagram, so go over there at TJ Talk Sense. And our time is money, so let's not waste any more of it. The first fragrance on this list is from a house that you wouldn't have seen me speak about on the channel before, because I only recently got this one and haven't included in any content yet on YouTube. But this one is my first one from the house of Gritti, and this one is called Mango Oud. And now before we get into the smell, let's just quickly touch on the bottle, because I want to know what you guys think of it. So this is the way it is. You take the lid off, you spray it this way, where I think it would be better if it was like this. So the plaque here, you spray it like that, it would fit better in the hands, sort of like the Dolce & Gabbana, the one-line fragrances. But let me know, do you like it this way or would you prefer it like that? Now, Gritti's a house that I've heard bits and bobs about, but obviously here in the UK, there's nowhere to try it. And by the way, if there is, I beg you let me know down in the comments, because I'll go to that store straight away. But when I was in Germany, I stumbled across a store that did have them in. I was short on time, so I tested a couple of their fragrances, and this one was the best one I was looking for, like a tropical summer fragrance, so I couldn't leave without it. And obviously, because of the time of year, I was looking for a summer kind of tropical, fresh fragrance, and I did try this one, and the only other one that I did put my nose on was called Pomelo Sorrento, which I also thought was nice. And of course, from the name, you can see it's a mango fragrance, so super tropical, really exotic. What comes to mind is fragrances like God of Fire and Mango Kiss from Stefan Humbert Lucas. But then we move on to the second word, which is oud. And I don't know how they can call this mango oud, because to my nose anyway, and if you guys get something different, let me know. I pick up zero woodiness, zero oud at all in the scent. In the base, I do get something more ambery, but definitely no oud, man. And when I've done some research on the scent, they did say that this was meant to be a contrast of the East meets the West. And what they meant by that is you're meant to get like a fruity mango creaminess from Mexico, complemented by like the darker, bold oud from India. And they've got the first part spot on, man. It's a super refreshing, tropical, summer fragrance, but in the dry down, it's almost like a mango bubblegum. It's super aquatic and refreshing. Now, I did take this one on holiday with me a couple weeks ago, and I did enjoy wearing it, but the only thing that lets down mango oud for me anyway is the projection. Like in terms of longevity, I smell it on my skin later on in the day. If I put my skin to my clothes, I do pick up the scent profile, but like when it's a summer fragrance and it's super hot, you kind of want a fragrance like this projecting off of you and beaming off of you. And I'm not sure if it's because in Turkey the heat was like 35, 40 degrees, which I'm not really used to, so I was sweating like mad. Maybe this will work better in the UK when it's a little bit cooler, and I even think this would work in the cooler months as well, but I'm definitely going to test it some more and let you guys know. And what's crazy, since dropping the video, Gritti reached out to me and sent me a little care package with 3 more fragrances in, so I'm excited to try them. So if you want to see a YouTube video on that, let me know down in the comments. But if I had to rate Mango Oud out of 10 right now, I'd probably give it a 7, 7.5. And now the next fragrance on this list, I actually got sent months ago and I just left it to the side. I wasn't really too excited with this until a couple weeks ago. I opened it and I smelled it. And I was like, bro, man, you should have opened this ages ago, because it is actually really nice. But again, it's another first from a fragrance house. This one is from Kajal and the perfume is called Icon. I'm just going to warn you guys from now, the atomizer on this fragrance is absolutely incredible. I have to give you guys a couple sprays, man. Let's do it. Bro, come on, man. You should be able to smell that through the screen. Now, if you got a perfume from Kajal, I need you guys to let me know if they do this with all of their fragrances. Because when I took the fragrance out of the box, I was like, there's still a bit of weight to the box, man. There's something in there. Then you open it up. I hope you guys can see this on camera. And then there's another little box in there like that. And then you just slide it out from the side. If I can flip and do it. There we go. And then in there, you've got 2 samples there, which I think is sick, man. All companies should do that. And by the way, with these samples, I've got Massa and I've got Lamar, so let me know if they're any good. And now Icon by Kajal is a very nice tropical fragrance. And how I just mentioned Mango Oud, this one is much sweeter than that. And I did mention in one of my videos before, when you first spray it, you kind of get like a sour Skittles, like that green pack Accord or like a Starburst. But the best thing about this, in the dry down, it gets a little bit musky and a bit darker. And now after around an hour, the sweetness in this fragrance does fade a little bit. Like the sweetness is still there, but it's not as prominent as it was in the opening. And what comes through, you get some spices, you get some darker Accords, and you get a note that you guys know I'm not a huge fan of, which is musk. But I feel like in this fragrance, it makes the perfect balance. Now, if you're a porn star, martini drinker, then you're really gonna enjoy this fragrance, because in the opening, the most prominent note you get is passion fruit, and then it's complemented by other stuff like pineapple, jasmine, or some sort of floral in there. You get some patchouli and some musk as well. And just smelling the fragrance in the air right now, this is one I'm talking about in a summer fragrance video, but I bet you I won't be surprised if I'm mentioning this in a winter too. And the first time I sprayed Icon, one fragrance come to mind straight away, and it might sound a little bit weird when I say it, but it was from Goldfield and Banks, and it's called Ingenious Ginger. I've mentioned this one a lot on the channel, so check out the videos on that. But that one, if you already know, is a kind of citrus, very zesty ginger, slightly spicy fragrance. And Icon does have the note in ginger in this, and I would kind of say Icon is almost like the evil twin to Ingenious Ginger, and I'm like 99.9% confident if you like Ingenious Ginger by Goldfield and Banks, you're gonna like Icon. And I did manage to try a few Kajals at Essence earlier this year, and one that I absolutely fell in love with, I think it was a mango fragrance as well. It was called Almaz. It was in like a silver and green bottle. And listen, if there's any other bangers from the brand, let me know. I'm gonna reach out to them. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are gonna take this in or if you're just gonna skip the video when I mention what is last on this list, but listen, just hear me out, man. This one is from Armani, and it is called Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum. And I can't even lie to you guys, man, the no AC in these houses in the UK is killing me. And now most definitely I'm an Acqua di Gio man, because I had the clear bottle of this, I've had the black one, I've had the OG of this one, which I actually keep in the car. I've got two little 15 mLs, which I just keep in the boot when I want to freshen up, when I'm feeling a little bit sweaty. But I'm telling you, this new one, Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum, that came out this year, is better than that one in every single way. First of all, the bottle, the magnetic cap, and definitely the smell. And I'm definitely confident that you guys have tried the OG of this fragrance at least once in your life, because this has been in Boots, it's in Superdrug, Perfume Shop, it's literally in every single store. And if you have put your nose on this, you know this is like your salty, clean, seawater when you're on holiday kind of scent. You do pick up some citruses in there, but it's much more airy and aquatic than anything else. But this one's better. Now, my only problem with the OG is in the base, it was a little bit musky, whereas this one, you pick up a little bubblegum accord, and there's a nice little floral note in here as well. And I'm telling you, when I first sprayed it, yeah, I picked up something that was a little bit weird. It was almost like a rubber accord, which I'm a fan of. I like that stuff, but I know it might be off-putting to some people. And I've said this before, I don't think in most cases flankers are worth it. Like, brands just bring out a fragrance with a different name on it and try and get money out of you. But in this case, I definitely think this one is valid. And definitely let me know down in the comments, do you think flankers are worth it, or do brands just need to be a little bit more creative? Now, what I'm gonna say, I know it's gonna sound a little bit crazy, but hear me out, man. Listen, the first 4 or 5 times that I put on Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum, obviously when you get a new fragrance, you're not as familiar with the scent. So as it gets later on in the day and you're picking up whiffs, you're kind of trying to distinguish what you put on today. So I was like, what am I actually wearing? Like, and 3 or 4 times I said to myself, did you put on Mancera Tonka Cola? Which is gonna sound a little bit mad, I know that already, because do I think Tonka Cola and this fragrance smell the same? No, but I'm telling you, in the dry down, there is something that really reminds me of Mancera Tonka Cola. So if you've got this and you get the same, or it reminds you of something else, I beg you, let me know. But yeah, man, they were the fragrances that I wanted to tell you guys about. And I think the next video that I'm gonna drop is gonna be a Maison Crivelli ranking video, because loads of people do wanna see that. But if you got to this point and you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, and make sure if you wanna see daily content, go and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TJ Talk Sense, and send me a DM saying YouTube family, and I know where you come from. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, love for the love, my people.